One of the main reason is weather, and second reason is opportunities. I think I can do business really good, so that was one of the reasons that you have good knowledge about the visa process, and plus you also have a good knowledge about the business. What would be the most security in terms of business success as well as creation of 10 jobs?
I would say like opening a daycare, preschool in like an area of the United States that's growing a lot, or a home care business in an area of the U.S. that has a lot of elderly people moving, or it's expected to have a lot of people, age past 70. Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks for taking the time to connect.
Yeah, that's great to be with you.
How'd you find out about us, by the way?
I just recently saw some of your videos actually.
Oh, cool. Nice. And tell me, so how long you been living in Canada for?
So I'm here from last almost close to 20 years now,
Okay.
and so just planning to move to the south.
And why is that?
One of the main reason is weather, and second reason is opportunities. Yeah, so I think second is opportunities. First is weather.
What type of work do you currently do?
I'm a financial advisor
Okay.
here in Canada. Yeah.
And what would you ideally do in the US? Like if you had a green card tomorrow, what would you be doing?
I can do any kind of business, so I have really good business background. I've also worked with different corporates as well, so I have my management MBA under my belt. So I think I can do business really good. So that was one of the reasons that you have good knowledge about the visa process, and plus you also have a good knowledge about the business.
Exactly. That's what gave you the confidence to reach out.
Yeah, yeah.
And you want to go somewhere south, Texas, Florida. Where are you thinking?
Yeah, Florida, we keep going to Florida. So Florida is on the radar, but that's not the ultimate thing. So the main thing is that we want to have the business which have to be successful. Ideally is Florida, but if that doesn't work out, but the primary is the business. That business model should work actually.
Could you tell me a little bit about your family?
Yeah, I have my daughter and I have my two children. So my wife, she is into IT.
Okay. How old are the kids?
Kids are 15 and 20.
Okay. And where were both of you born? I asked that question for green card purposes.
That's an important question. So I've gone through the country of chargeability. So that is India, actually.
Okay, both born in India.
Yeah, both born in India. My daughter, she's 20 right now. So we have been here from last 19 years. So
Okay.
and actually when we moved to Canada.
For your daughter, would she move with you? She would move with you too, or would she finish out college there?
So she's in September. She'll be starting her final year of her BBA.
Okay.
Ideally, she wants to be here because it's a very good business school.
So you want her, she finishes out, and then ideally she would join you down south?
That is always the option later on. That will be the ideal scenario.
How much would you be willing to invest in a business?
We can invest as long as there's a good business. So anything like close to let's say if we have to do EB5, let's say I was thinking about, then we have to invest about 800,000. So it will be quite neck to neck, all my net worth and everything. I'll be spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, but still I can do that. Yes.
So, like, for example, like if you do an in home care, so like Florida, it's a great business providing caregivers for the elderly in Florida. And you could buy an office where the trainings are given for the caregivers and a lot of the work's happening there.
I don't know these terms, so it will take some time for the what is it called, if
I-526.
526.
to be approved, right?
Yes. So there's a few different strategies, and we'll bring in the attorney when it goes into the immigration strategy. But I would want to get a few opinions for your case. What we could start first with is investigating the businesses, and then within 6 weeks we decide on what immigration strategy makes the most sense for you two and your family.
Hey, you want to come to the US, get to E2 visa, L1, or straight out a green card? We've been doing this for the past 10 years, and we wrote a book. It's called Own Your American Dream. What is special about this book is that we went back and have spoken to 21 successful applicants who opened up their businesses here and who are continuing to live the American dream. Hear it from them, because they talk about their fears, their mental state, what went wrong, what went right. The entire blueprint is there. You could just buy the book right here. You can just read it and make up your mind. Continue your video.
Yeah, we can surely do that. But in terms of like just looking at the businesses, like on top of your mind, like do you have something which you can share?
Sure.
Top three ideas. Like I understand you said that elderly care.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is probably one of that.
Yeah. So this is our kind of go-to portfolio, although we have access to hundreds, but these have passed our recent due diligence, talking to existing franchisees, information on the financials. So building kids, for example, would be essentially a preschool. And then same thing with Celebrity School and Montessori Kids Universe. So all of those, you're going to create at least 10 jobs. And then you see the investments range anywhere from 300 to in the millions. So you can see if you hit it or if you potentially buy the real estate to get to the 800K amount. And then you have other businesses that I mentioned, like the home and senior care, where I've had clients invest in Options for Senior America recently, home watch caregivers, assisting hands, where within 2 years, you're definitely going to have more than 10 employees, but the investment amount's low. The investment's like closer to 100,000. So it's kind of a good problem to have where we have to see how it makes best sense to allocate the additional capital that you need to invest for the EB5.
In terms of your, top three ideas, and because I can't see that, so couldn't relate, would you share?
I would focus on something education related or home care related for you too.
Okay.
But there's also service businesses. There's also, insurance that, we could look at as well.
So when we talk about insurance, are we talking about life insurance or?
You have life insurance. The one that we're most focused on is auto and commercial insurance.
Auto, not life, auto.
Yeah, I haven't had a client do life yet, but we can investigate that for you.
Okay, because I'm already life licensed right now, and
Okay,
being a financial advisor in Canada,
that's right.
the securities as well as life license because
Okay,
to do the estate planning and all that, so it's required.
nice.
So I'm not sure about life license if we can create 10 jobs or not, but yeah, it's might be slightly.
It might be tough to do right away. Where like auto insurance, it'd be much easier to do that because like you're just doing like a lot of volume and you have people coming in servicing mostly like lower middle income. Where life, I think it'd be hard to do that in 2 years.
Yeah. But what would be the most, I would say, security in terms of business success as well as creation of 10 jobs?
I would say like opening a daycare, preschool in like an area of the United States that's growing a lot, or a home care business in an area of the US that has a lot of elderly people moving, or it's expected to have a lot of people, aged past 70.
So how that home care business, do we have to be it's non-medical kind of?
It's non-medical generally. Some of the options we have the medical option, but it's generally non-medical.
Non-medical?
Yeah.
In success in the past, like about this?
We've had many clients receive visas approved for this, and some are doing very well, but not for the EB5 visa yet.
Okay.
Most of our clients do the E2 visa, 90% plus.
Yeah.
We're really just doing EB5s for people that are born in India because the other options are taking so long.
Yeah. Is there, when we do EB5 direct, like the way we are doing it through our business, and that's the primary thing we want to do, but if we do through regional center, is there any time difference?
It's a lot less of your time to do it. And then in terms of processing time, not that I'm aware of. You'll hear people marketing it, but they're biased. They're trying to sell you a regional center investment.
But in terms of, we really want to make the business successful. We want to do it. So just don't want to jump into something which could become a kind of a problem down the line.
Sure.
So So obviously your expertise will really help here. So how can we just start just looking like you shared about the
I'll share like 3 examples with you. And then if you want to start us with the research, reaching out to franchisors, seeing what's available. And usually after 8 weeks, our clients will then upgrade to the visa package, where we then start in the corporation, the business plan, start collecting for the source of funds analysis. But it includes everything: the attorney fee, the business plan, everything for the EB5 direct.
okay. But we obviously to come on EB5, we have to come on some direct visa. We have to come initially.
That's a strategy we'll work out. Like it could be E2 to EB5, for example. And it would be, if you're going to do E2 to EB5, we would do it for a significant discount beyond the EB5 fee.
Okay.
As a Canadian, you don't necessarily have to, and that's part of the immigration strategy that I want to bring in a couple of attorneys to review your case. But especially during COVID, we had a lot of Canadians come down to Florida, and they adjusted status here. They just came up using their Canadian passport on the visa waiver program.
Yeah. So we can also come on, let's say, our B1, B2, we can do, and we can start looking for businesses and doing all the process.
Yes.
We can start doing it.
Yeah.
Can we do from B1, B2 instead of just doing E2?
Correct. Yes, you can.
Yeah. Okay. So, but probably we might have to wait for a few. No, there is no requirement. Like we can quickly do that as we find out.
Most attorneys recommend like wait 90 days until you do a change of status.
Okay. But I think so the most important part is just finding out the business and
Yeah, we need to secure the right business, and then the immigration component, like we'll work on that in parallel.
so I think in terms of narrowing down the businesses, I think that's where we can focus on. Can you share some plan and what would be the,
Sure. I'll send you an email with the terms and conditions and the link to make the first payment, as well as with a couple samples. Once you make the payment, fill out the client questionnaire. Within 2 days, we schedule a video onboarding call, and then you give us up to 5 days, and we'll give you initial research on what we think are the best franchise opportunities for you.
so what we are saying that the most important work is signing the lease and just finding out the business and
Correct. If your funds, like if you show, if it's an easy source of funds where it's, hey, Patrick, I made this through Canada salary and it's all documented, that's easy. But if it's like, oh, I sold this property in India and we got paid half cash, half deed, that's when it gets complicated, the source of funds.
so I think I'll be getting most of them from my home equity line of credit.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And how did you buy the home? Through salary?
17 years ago.
And the initial funds did it come from did you earn it from Canada?
Yeah, most of that
Okay.
went from Canada. I brought some money when I came to Canada, so along with me. So I was having some savings.
All right. They might dig into that. I know it's 17 years. Hopefully not, but like in the request for further evidence, they might dig into it. But we'll work on the strategy with the attorney for that.
Yeah, but about the payment, let's say whatever the payments I did for my mortgage and everything from last 17 years, so I have full records for my pay stub in my bank. I'm not sure I can go that far and the bank will provide me all those things. I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
But everything came in the bank. So from last 17, 18 years.
All right.
So, but if they tap on those initial things, right, I don't know how to show that what I brought along with me, let's say whatever, I think it was not a lot of money. It was about $5,000-$10,000 what I brought along.
Okay.
About 15,000-20,000 what I earned from here in Canada. So it was about 30,000 down payment I did for my house approximately at that time.
All right. We're going to have to collect all the information and present what you have available. And then if the government requests more, then we'll work on a strategy together at that time on the response. But it sounds like if it's just 5 or 10K coming from, I think you should be fine based on what you're saying.
Yeah. So, but at that time we bought the house, it was for 300,000 and we made about approximately 10-11% as a down payment. We did that at that time. So
nice. So that's great appreciation.
But going back kind of that far, so is it that Do the banks, we have the availability? Any idea on that part? Banks can provide you that information?
I'm not the best person. I haven't dived into the details recently on a source of funds.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll check with our team.
Yeah, I think we can check about that.
Yeah.
So top 3 ideas, Patrick, can you shared about that daycare thing, you shared about the assistance living.
Yeah, I'll share those options. And then, we could look a little bit at restaurants, for example, insurance I mentioned.
Yeah. Restaurants, we might not be interested.
Clothing resale could be interesting, especially on the resale market, which is a big trend. And they generate pretty good earnings. And they have like maybe 5 employees per location. So you could open up a couple.
Okay, we can look into it.
We also have somebody who approached us, like he is already running a business in Florida for property management. So I'm not sure whether.
It's tough to get the W-2 jobs. I wouldn't recommend that.
Okay, Patrick, I think these are some of my business related questions. And I think about immigration related for my family, I think we can come on B1, B2, and if we can file, let's say before October, that would be great.
Yeah, I would say let's start work on the franchise side, and then we can also start working on the visa side in parallel as well.
So you have some in-house people?
We have an in-house attorney, and then based on your profile, we'll bring in a filing attorney. That, like, I have an attorney that's actually based in Toronto doing an EB-5 direct for one of our clients. So we just see who has capacity, and we do a lot of the work in-house, and then we bring in the attorney for the strategy and items that we're not allowed to do for compliance purposes, as well as expertise. Some of these attorneys really know EB-5 direct or really know E2 visa processing in Canada, so we bring them in as the experts.
Okay. So this person, he's in Toronto, so that will be kind of working from here. So we don't need.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't need a U.S. certified kind of attorney.
He's a U.S. attorney. He just happens to live in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
And I've known him for like 11 years, so he would probably be a top person. But we have to make sure he has capacity. A lot of these attorneys, it's just one attorney, so they might be able to handle 10, 15 cases at a given time. So we have to see who's available. But like, he would probably be my top choice, but we have to make sure he has capacity to do this.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you have those in-house attorneys you have?
Well, we have one in-house, and then we have a network of, last year we had filings with maybe 20 different immigration attorneys.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that E2, I think probably might take slightly longer than usual. That's what my understanding is. Like
right now in Toronto, it's taking over 2 months. I would say let's start going on the franchise side, and then if we'll start working on your immigration case, and then when it looks like you're comfortable with us and the plan we propose, then you'll pay for our fee to start the work. I'll send you this email, and then hopefully we can start working together. Or if you have any doubts, you can reply back to my email, and we could always jump on another brief call.
For sure. Thank you.
Awesome.
For your time.
Appreciate it.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Take care.
Bye. Bye.